Good morning, y'all. It is day 131 on the trail, and I just got dropped off by my good friend Sir Stops a Lot. That's his trail name, and but Stops and I've had lots of conversation. The trailhead is about a 40-minute drive from the Catamount Motel where I was staying, and we just had a great conversation. He's a big, long-distance hiker himself, and man, I tell you, I haven't had that kind of kindness or generosity for that long a period. There's been lots of nice trail angels everywhere, but the fact that he was driving me up to the trailheads and making sure I had plenty of food and, water and just conversation. Can't say enough about him. But the trail provides, and just like my good friend Pop Tart way back in Connecticut, here I am up here in Vermont, and he was just extending all kind of trail magic to me as well. So thanks a lot, Stops. I got a new friend in you for sure, and hopefully I'll see you again back in North Carolina. So yeah, it is actually sprinkling rain even as I speak. So the rain continues. I'm going uphill to Stratton Mountain, about a 3.5 mile climb. It's really the only big climb of the day. I think there's another small one. Doing 18 miles into Manchester Center, Vermont. I'm going to stay at a hostel there, again because of the weather and just the way it worked out logistically. And I may meet up with my friend Rocket Man, who I saw yesterday. He's going to be there as well. So that's kind of the day. And it was nice to be inside the motel again last night, sleeping with all this rain. Sometimes it works out that way, sometimes not, but definitely had my fair share of rain walking in the last few days. I think 3 out of the last 5 days I just got soaked. And that's it. So rain or not, we got to go get 18 miles. So here we go. Let's get going. Today, I'm hiking over Stratton Mountain. This is the mountain that gave James P. Taylor the idea of the Long Trail in 1909. And the next year, he and 23 members of the newly formed Green Mountain Club began cutting the trail. It was also the same mountain where Benton Mackay, as a Harvard student of forestry, started formulating ideas of a network of trails. Shattered by his wife's suicide, he sought solace at his friend's country farm. And soon he was pulling together his ideas about regional planning, social change, conservation, and the importance of time and nature for the average citizen. He wanted a trail where working class people in the East Coast cities could hike and find solutions to the problems of living caused by the World War, new advancing technology, and increased stress from urban society, dominated by a capitalist and economic system that he saw as unhealthy for American life. His essay on the proposal caught the attention of the hiking community in the Mid-Atlantic and New England states, and soon, within months, hiking clubs and organizations began meetings to discuss whether this could even happen. He envisioned a trail along the ridges with camps and shelters along the way that might evolve into community camps or farms that could supply the nutritional needs for a hiker. It was a grand design and a plan. Of course, all he needed now was a plan of action, and we'll talk about that tomorrow. Hey y'all. So day 131 coming to a close here. I was dropped off on the trail this morning, as you remember, at Kelly Stand Road by Sir Stops a lot, and said our goodbyes. He's a great guy, great trail angel, just really kind-hearted and generous of spirit, and just part of the hiking community, just wants to help out. So it was a pleasure meeting him, and getting to spend some time with him. He's going to stay up here 2 or 3 more weeks, and said our goodbyes. And maybe I'll see some of those other guys. I know they're going to be hanging around, going to other roads. I might cross and see them again, but who knows? But Heath as well, included. He had a pizza there last night when I got into the motel. Great guy. But he dropped me off, and sure enough, rained all morning and into the afternoon. It finally started clearing up around, I think, 1 o'clock, but I was soaked again. So I've been on trail 6 days since I came back from our memorial service, and it has rained hard on 4 of those days. So it does kind of grow on you and kind of defeats your spirit a little bit. It's just demoralizing in some ways. It's just, ugh. But got up over Stratton Mountain today. That was the big climb. It was up to almost 4,000 feet. So the mountains are getting taller here in Vermont, getting us ready for New Hampshire. And so got through the rain, came down the other side, and had a pretty good trail through there. And then it just got incredibly just full of roots. I mean, my feet are just really, really screaming. I mean, it's just those, I mean, just to look down and see just hundreds, if not thousands of roots just from these exposed, root systems of these big trees. And your feet just kind of bent and clawed around, and they never do fit. And they just, when you're trying to place your feet between roots. So that's kind of annoying. And a good fair amount of rocks as well. But the big thing was just the mud. I mean, it really is vermud because it's rained now for 3 or 4 days. And it's just yucky. And you're going to get muddy and you're going to get wet. No way around it. It's all over my calves and everywhere else. But I had to be at the pickup point by 4 o'clock. Got in there at 3:30, so I got my 18 miles in. And staying here at the Green Mountain Hostel, which is in Manchester Center, Vermont. Lovely little village. They picked us up, brought us here, and there's 5 or 6 other hikers here. New Shoes is here. Rocksteady is here. Just several people I've seen all the way back to Georgia, North Carolina. And then they took us into town, and I caught back up with Rocky Man and got to have some dinner and a few adult beverages and got a little resupply, and then came back here. And this hostel gives you your first soda free. Any more after that, it's 50 cents. And your first pint of Ben & Jerry's is $1. So yeah, doing a little chunky monkey tonight. And that's about it. Everybody's just kind of hanging around and watching videos and what have you. And hopefully it does not rain tomorrow. It is not in the forecast. Kind of talked to Rocky Man, trying to look to see where he was going. And I think we're going to probably be at the same place over the next few days. We just have a similar itinerary. So cutting back the miles a little bit, it's getting harder, and I got my 22 and 18s in, and so I'm kind of ahead of the game right now. So I will do probably 16 tomorrow, and we'll see how it goes. But great hostel here, and good friends. So thanks everybody for watching, and thanks again for all the trail magic from Sir Stops a Lot and Heath and Steve and Alan, all those guys back there at the Catamount. See y'all. Bye.